What's good? I'm your wild and free high priest, top of the Jupiter hour to you. This is a Gemini sun and moon rising. No matter your sign, reading on a fine moon's day as the big bad Uranus moves into the sign of Gemini. Speaking of, thank you so much for being here. I honor you. I honor your path. Once again, as always, ever so grateful, lest I forget to remind you how grateful I am. Thank you so much, Gemini. I know there's a few of you Geminis that often request. By all means, thank you so much for requesting, and thank you so much for your patience, regardless of whether you knew you were being patient or not. Once again, this is a Gemini reading. I ask that our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light, the brightest white light, protect us, protect me as I channel and as I interpret for your divinity, your Gemini divine. You may be in dealings, you may be in the Gemini department, you may be in the lover's hall, the great hall, the divine hall of the children of the voice divine. You may have a choice to make. You may have several choices to make. You may have a choice that affects many or another, a significant partner in your life, whether in business. You may be a cross watcher. You may be, once again, in the hall of the great Gemini. You may be in the department or aisle of Gemini. I ask that you take only what resonates. You may have a finely attuned Gemini placement affecting you now or in your natal chart. Itchy nose. As I mentioned, Uranus is now in Gemini. So very in the anaretic degrees, right? As it leaves 29th degrees and final minutes in Taurus and enters the 0 degree mark of Gemini. Venus is now in Gemini. The moon is currently in Sagittarius, your opposite sign, sometimes known as your sister sign. I refer to it as your opposing sign. On the great zodiac wheel, it is opposing you. So first we'll get into the channeled message. My name is Armando. I'm wild. I'm free. Baby. I'm wearing pants today. Thank God, right? Thank the Lord. Okay, let's see what's good, Gemini. I getting the number 4, the number 44, the number 55. So 10, right? You may have to let go of the wheel in one instance, like let God and let it be, let go and let it be. On the other hand, there may be another decision or situation that you do have to take a hold of the wheel in that case. Akin to the Scorpio reading, you may have to leave someone. So take what resonates. You may have to break away from someone, take a short break. You may be the one to receive the breakaway. You may be the one deciding to break away. This may be about your mental health, your physical health. This may be about just not shouldering others' responsibilities, meaning not being weighed down by others' responsibilities. Somewhat like the symbol of outsourcing, but in this case for you, it really is detrimental for you to process it in that manner. It's not actually outsourcing. It's using resources to your advantage, taking heed. And so keen intelligence to you is spiritual. I want to assert that in you, that keen intelligence is part of your Holy Spirit, your holy divine, your divine Gemini, your Gemini divine. And so it's not that you learn necessarily from others, that's how God speaks to you. That's how the universe, that's how the stars, that's how your guides speak to you. And so I want to assert that you are spiritually highly spiritually attuned. don't let that be taken away from you. Just because your keen intelligence is applied in your spiritual journey, it doesn't mean your spiritual journey is without God, because it involves the mind. You are highly attuned to receive messages clearly mentally, okay? In this case, we do have the color red, and the color pink, and this is a vibration of the heart chakra, and more so how it is attuned to your security. Excuse me, if we go with the flow of the new moon that occurred in Cancer, this is about you valuing yourself while taking a back seat, while taking a break, okay? The full moon in Capricorn will be this reminder for you of how you should be well asserted in your value. You are of high value, and so this could be transpiring at work. A lot of these situations could be affecting your work, whether it's your significant other affecting your work, or the desire to be in a significant partnership, or the desire to leave a romantic situation, partner, and then enjoying a break and then calling in another. All of this is due to you, but it could also be very metaphorically aligned, and so much so as transpiring at work. Like, this could be a work situation, but it could be that your partnership affects your work situation. And so it also affects your mind, your body, your physical health. So because there's a two-part mirror, we do have the mirror card number 68, okay? And we had card 67, which I'm reminded of, I forget Russell's deck, but it's card 77, which is the Philosopher's Stone. Today is 7/7 when I'm recording this, July 7th of July. This is card 68, the mirror. And the mirror is more so about you. It's Gemini, right? It's the choice in unconditional love that marks the best decision for yourself and for everyone involved, which is easier said than done. But once actually decided upon and done, then it's done. It's done for you. Okay, out of breath. Thank you all so much. Pluto, very much a significant part or aspect in this reading. If you are Gemini rising, especially, Pluto is affecting your 9th house, your karmic. So things become a lot deeper, and this is not to say you are not of depth or you don't contain depth, but now deeply rooted. So again, the root chakra, deeply rooted in this reading, and in you, the vibration and voltage of frequency, being certain of your security, being certain of your surroundings, how secure you are in your surroundings, in your skin, in your body. And this is now how you could be determining that you do need to get away, whether it's a break from partnership, from work, whether it's a simple vacation or simply taking a vacation. Then it is according to your value. Make sure that you are valuing yourself and you're putting yourself on that unconditionally loving pedestal. It's not about being better than others. It's about being the best version of you, not for fantasy's sake and not to pretend, right? The mirror could also be about pretending that everything's okay. By no means am I asking you to pretend like everything's okay. And I think you understand that with the vibration and frequency of the 8 of Wands. Mercury in Gemini. Wow. Mercury in Sagittarius. Okay. So you want to do it differently. You're taking on a lot. Have I made that clear? Gemini. Have I made it clear? Gemini. My father's a Gemini. This is what I've been yelling at him. Actually, I haven't, because I'm not taking on other responsibility. I told my mom, it's not about outsourcing. It's about using your sources rightfully. Responsibility by taking a break for you, for yourself, for your soul, for your physical embodiment. Okay. Taking a breather, realizing that you take on a lot. This could be certainly showing up as mental fog, the fog. So 6 of Swords. So it could even be that an elder in your family, whether it be a parent or an actually much older relative, you may need to be involved, or you're involved in them and the decision that they're making to have surgery. Again, surgery could be symbolic, like the removal. So this could be the removal of yourself from taking on all the responsibilities. And this even shows up as like you are the best one for the job. And so therefore you should not take on the job because you've mastered. Okay? There's self-mastery involved, and there's mastery involved. Allow others now to master this for themselves. Allow others to pass their test for them. Remember, did you win the prize at the end of the test? We usually don't. We usually just pass the test. There's a reason why God puts us through all of this, right? Is it just to pass the test? Is it just for us to realize the prize? Is it just for us to receive the reward? You know by now the answer to that, okay? This is about you shining elsewhere. This is about you telling people, do it for you. It's your turn to do it for you. So many nosy, itchy nose, okay? Wow, this is the oyster. Certainly not without frustration. This can't be done without frustration. The Cobra, the teacher. Yes, I was getting like, the reason I've been bringing up Quentin Tarantino's film, Fox Force 5, also known as Kill Bill. All the snakes, and figure out where you are. And you are all of them, right? You are all the snakes. But maybe now you need to be the master. Pay away. And maybe you don't want to help that one snake, right? Because they're the ones that cause his own demise. You're taking on a lot. You're taking on one person's responsibilities that is too much for you. That could potentially be the burnout, the cause of the burnout. That could potentially be what burns you out. So this could be anything. Take only where it resonates, but it could be definitely the crossroads, like leaving someone behind. Then we have the Ouroboros, right? I always forget because it's like we have so many names across all the spiritual, philosophical, religious teachings, and it's almost like they're all the same. That's why I say keen intelligence. Intelligence is part of your spirituality. And so maybe it's just for you to find a philosophy, find something that speaks to that aspect of you, a study or a course, a program, or a book or a novel that speaks to intelligence being highly attuned, an aspect that is highly attuned to God, to God's source, to higher consciousness. Okay, I was going to say, you may have Aquarius or Sagittarius placements. And it goes without saying that you may also have Scorpionic placements if Pluto speaks loudly, right? Mars is also very much with the red. Warrior, okay? Warrior. Many warrior spirits, many warrior ancestors. You've taken on a lot in previous lifetimes, right? So what does it mean for this lifetime? Take a break. You are the master. You are the teacher. What have you learned for yourself? What have you, in your teachings, what have you learned about you? Wow. No way. The root chakra, the black egg. Oh my goodness, what am I saying over here? What is she talking about? What is the wild and free high priest even saying? Saying, yo, you look good, okay? In style, you will get this done. The black egg, and we have the zebra, a fiery sign. There's your fire, and then we have the black egg, the symbol of the root chakra, okay? How can we help you feel good about you? And something else is trying to come out. Earthworm, and animal spirit. And this is like a marshy, is it, what was the word? The word, I've heard it recently too. Oh, that's like my dad's phone. I think it's ringing. Speaking of Gemini, who's calling you? The earthworm. Something else is trying to come out, and it's soft land. It's the G word. I recently heard it in one of my favorite tarot readings a few weeks back, like 2 weeks ago or something. Quagmire, soft earth, marshy earth. It seems small, but it's growing out of the value that you have built. It'll come out if you're secure enough of the insecurities that arise from this, feeling very new to this. So feeling secure and feeling, allowing the overwhelm to be just that, and not allowing the overwhelm to be you actually taking on more than you should. Okay, doing it gracefully and in style, knowing that this is part of you. This is part of how you do things. Okay, zebra. Black and white. A lot of the colors black and white. See how the black and white earthworm surrounds the like what's trying to burst out, this color field. It's like you've been taking on those two aspects of yourselves. Are you watching it with your twin, with your sister? You and your sister are watching this. Or maybe your sister says hello, right? Let's see. Maybe you wonder if your sister's okay. They say yes. They say wait. Okay, Gemini. Wow, power, protection, power. Yeah, I would say the red. And yeah, why not? We have focus on providing protection. Focus on the fact that you are protected. The time. Oh yeah, it's good for me to remind you of the 4 and the 5. The reason the 4 and the 5 are coming up. 4 to 5 months. Okay, and then focus. So I was saying, yeah, it may be that you want to take on a program. It could be even reading a book, finding a new way of thinking, and just reading something new, doing a new type of puzzle, picking up where you left off. Something you bookmarked, earmarked, going back to check in on that. In 4 to 5 months, there'll also be another check-in, or perhaps it's good to go back 4 to 5 months. So go back to the last solar eclipse in Aries and full moon eclipse in Virgo, in Libra, in this end of the winter, beginning of the spring, this last 4 or 5 months ago. And then in 4 to 5 months, we'll have the new moon in Sagittarius, okay, and the new moon in Capricorn. Right now we have a full moon in Capricorn that's coming up. Learning a new way to do something, and that's likely by taking a break from doing so much. Focusing on not necessarily the bigger picture, but in the longer run, what will everyone secure from this, right? Cool. Focus on you, baby, can you focus on you? I like it. Yes, look, once again, full moon in Gemini in 4 to 5 months. Also, I was going to say this full moon in Capricorn, good time for you to do candle magic. And then we do have a Sagittarian symbol of the arch and the bow. So what do you want to manifest in 4 to 5 months? Perfect health, synchronistic with mental health, a new job that works better with your timing, your schedule, with the time now, your age, your feeling, your mood, your vibration, a new place, a new home, movement, more movement. You want to move again. Rooting down, right? So there's something to say about uprooting. Now you're ready to root into the ground. Yeah, did we say the seed? So the seed is super significant. You do want to create a root, and then we have the black egg, the root. Something else is trying to grow by you actually rooting down instead of uprooting. And it is in your nature to uproot, so we can't fault you for that like we would fault, say, a Pisces for uprooting. It's not so much that you give up, but now it's maybe give that up a little bit, and now there's a final move. Are you moving south? You're going south. You're moving south. It's okay. I'll see you there, right? Talisman, the key, psychic. Yes, you've been receiving these messages already. This is the symbol is attuned to the age of Pisces. There's one thing you can take with you, and it's the key. That's the key. It's a symbol. But this is Vesica Pisces. So it is see how it's a two circles. And we can read that one. And the talisman is just making sure there's something that can remind you of how you will get there. There's something that will remind you that you're gonna get there. There's something also to remind you. This is all one symbol, is a reminder of all these things, of the 3-part thing, right? Where you're going, how you'll get there. So how you will open the gates, how you will pay the toll, okay? Where you're going, the map, the road, the system, how to get there, transportation, everything, all very symbolic. That's one thing. Number 2, how you will pay, how you will get there, transportation, efforts, the money, the toll, who you'll speak to, the systems, what you will source as your help in this time of need for the greater good, okay? And then number 3, what you're getting out of it. The win, the prize. So in this case, there must be something that you're getting from it, and it's not what you're used to getting, okay? It's much bigger, it's much grander. And yes, we have card 24, 2-4, and then we have card 48, 2-4-4-8, okay? So there's a release. There's your release, 42. What's holding you back from doing this? Then card 31, talisman. You will be lucky in doing that. All cards except for talisman, but talisman is 31, 3 + 1 is 4. All of these cards, 48, 47, 24, 42, all of them have a 2-digit number that includes the number 4. 2448. 248 is the number of Pluto, I believe, if I'm listening to my oracles and my readers, the way that Gareth Hudson, which I sometimes bring up, because I do like the way that he reads, and I learn a lot from his style of reading. He attributes the number 248 to Pluto, because Pluto has a cycle that returns to 0 point every 248 years. Okay, very significant for you in this reading is the number 248. The number is 4, and 5 and the number, or Pluto as a number. Was Pluto calling you earlier? Hello, it's Pluto. Are you listening to the Wild and Free High Priest? Because he talks a lot. That man Charlotte can talk, right? Has he shut up now? Here I am, Pluto calling you. Okay, Gemini, am I here? Am I like here at all? I don't know. I was like talking to your sister. I'm talking to Pluto. Like, oh boy, where am I? Octopus. So yes, you are adaptive. And then you have that card that Scorpios had. You can adapt to this, but what do you need to release from? What are you entangled in? And it's something that you attuning to higher source, your guides, whatever, the stars and moons, the earth. It's likely in the inner groundedness, okay? And night walks and walks at dusk that eventually turn into nights. Yes, walks at nights. Walking at dusk. If you keep walking during dusk time, eventually it turns into nighttime, doesn't it? Beautiful. The addition of it all. Okay, yeah, you have the sea turtle. Are you ready for your new adventure? Get ready. You've been somewhere long enough. You've been moving around in a region, and now it's a bigger move. Now it's like your children are grown. It could be the feeling like you're too grown. You're grown enough. You've grown enough. You're established enough. Something else is calling. Someone else is calling. A deeper meaning. A digging deeper. Also, for me, today, in determining how far I've been from the family, now determining how close I can be. That's so rude. How close can I be? Is that what you're deciding? How close can you be? This is triggered by the last quarter or first quarter moon in Libra. So akin to the message of 4 to 5 months in 9 to 10 months. Okay. So we had the number 10 too. That marks a new beginning in 10 months. Your plan could very well be determined in 4 to 5 months and then executed and effected in 9 to 10 months, okay, by the spring. So something that's bubbling and attempting to burst out that you're coming to terms with over the next few months that will then transpire and be affected. The results will come into light in 9 to 10 months, okay, by the full moon in Libra in the spring during the Aries season. We mentioned that in several of the readings. Okay, and then we have the scales, which is the Libran vibration, right? Now you know, and was I telling you you've been getting a lot of these messages already? Let me read that. The scales. So listen to what is going on in this situation and make a decision to benefit your world and bring proper judgment back to the world. I know, I'm just repeating what I said. Right? Oracle, you're just saying what I already said. She holds the scales of justice delicately between her fingers. She carefully weighs every spoken word people utter in her presence. Each nuance, each word choice petitioners make, gives their position away. Determining right from wrong requires an intricate skill. Not everyone can do what she can do. Flowers decorate her hair, showing the beauty that happens when the scales pass judgment. Her golden clothing matches the small scales dangling in each hand. If you look closely, one seems higher than the other. That the results bring positive or negative outcomes, only history will tell. So if that's what you're worried about, allow the sea turtle to be a reminder. Allow the earthworm to be a reminder. Allow the zebra to be a reminder. You 543 here. It's so difficult for me to 543. Wow, we've really been here for this long. 30 minutes. Allow the sea turtle to be a reminder that it's about the adventure. Okay. It's almost like deciding to do it for the adventure. You are like the bringer. You bring style with you. It's like you're worried that you might leave something behind, meaning the part of you that is like cool. That's not to be superficial. It's like the part of you that is like your intelligence, right? It's not where you are at. It's almost that you've also integrated that aspect. You could have gone somewhere, you could have moved somewhere. Like a lot of us move somewhere for those types of superficial decisions, and by no means am I blaming you. Like I'm saying, a lot of us do that, whether Gemini or not. But now that you're leaving, it could feel like you're losing something, but you're meant to take one thing and it's big. And this is part of luck, but it's in releasing it. The sea turtle is a reminder that there's more in that unravels in you making this decision. So it's not even the decision, and whether it's like gonna be, whether it's gonna look bad or feel good, it's like it's gonna feel like a part of the journey, and then it's also gonna make the journey even more exciting. You're gonna find out, oh, you're here too. Yes. Hello, it's me. You might find out like, oh, you're here too? Like what? I'm here, like you're here. Does any of that make sense to you? Okay, it's brilliant. I love it. Oh, look, the night. So there's a lot of feminine, and then there's masculine here. It's like a new color. Letting your hair down finally, right? It's like maybe you've grown so much in one place that you've outgrown it, no matter how big it is. And sometimes we're like called to somewhere where it doesn't feel like, are you sure this is where I'm supposed to be? Are you sure I'm supposed to leave this relationship? Something tells you, like your body will tell you, right? Your mind, your surroundings change, seasons change, man, things rearrange. Okay, maybe things haven't changed and they're the same. Okay, there's healing and you leaving. There's healing and leaving. There's healing and the lifestyle change. Here's Pisces once again, Vesica Pisces, a psychic feeling and understanding with the Judgment card, birthing anew, going somewhere new after release. Okay, what was I listening to? You have to, something large is sometimes taken away for you to realize how much of you were giving away, how your self-worth was diminishing. You're of such high value that you stayed that long. Okay, that your value showed that long, that much. And suddenly it's like worn out. Are you really? No, it's that you're being worn down. And now you know how worn down. And now that's why we ask you to release. 4 is also the number. What are you holding on to? What can you let go of so that you can celebrate, so that you can move on your own, so that you can make the decision for you. This is not to say, once again, it's not to say that you don't make decisions for yourself. You could be the most independent person ever. Yes, the Empress. Walking away, beginning the new journey. In your second house, that's where Cancer lies if you're Gemini rising. And that's the Leo house, is where, in the sun, in the house of the sun, the 5th house, okay? Shining for you, allowing that to shine. Apart from work, but your own creative zone, where you can now be, wow, okay, yeah, speaking of, this is the situation at hand, where you shine now. Sun in Gemini, 10 of Swords. You're done with where you are at, with who you've been working with who you're partnering with. This is so cool, the Sun card. No one else has had the Sun card. Maybe Cancer did. Yeah, Cancer had this, maybe. And that's what we're talking about. In your second house is ruled by Cancer, if we're talking to Gemini rising, right? Here it is again, healing that aspect of the mind. That you're the one that has to do everything. That you're the one that has to be in the middle of it all, right? Whether it's good or bad, you want to do it, okay? Here's the 2 of Pentacles, Jupiter and Capricorn. Jupiter, our speaking, it's more about juggling too many responsibilities and finally making the choice, the one choice. And so putting down the rest. Very like fatherly, like how something about the father wounds, right? Okay, and the origin is you, is your choice, the choice you need to make for you. Right? This is doing it differently. So sometimes we do show back up in the same place. It has that like, you're not going to stay in the same place, but you're showing up. Possibly going back to where you were, okay? A long while ago. Is this wild or what? It's the choice for you, the Lovers. Here's you, Gemini, showing up beautifully. A headstrong decision. Something you've been stubborn about. In a contrary, like you've been opposing this. You've been stubbornly opposing this, and now you can no longer oppose it. Okay, that's the Page of Cups that fell. Here's what we're talking about, 6. So this is now in the wow, the Artist card 23, sorry. Here in the past, it was needing to come to terms with this. With knowing where you were not treating yourself rightfully, not bringing yourself the true self-care, true self-love, beyond just salt scrubs, bath salt scrubs, okay, face masks, manicures, pedicures, massages, foot rubs. I'm kidding, but like, yeah, the self-care that is involved in you taking a break, you leaving spaces, places, situations that are not good for your mentality overall. Okay. Needing to cut what needs to be cut and left behind. Okay. It's deeper than that, right? We've been getting a lot of like, this is how it shows up in reality, and these small little almost trivial, like, are you sure? Like, I can just stay here. Well, it's like you're balancing where you want to be versus the harsh reality that isn't really truly harsh. It's actually a lovely reality. Like, you can actually shine elsewhere. You can shine by doing other things. That shows up small initially. Eventually, you get the reward from God. Like, hey, this is actually part of you. And we have the 3 of Wands. You actually seeing this as part of the destiny, as part of your wish fulfillment. Here's the diurnal, the day aspect of you, okay? Coming out of like the dark, leaving yourself in the dark. Not foolishly. Oh, there's a third card too. Not foolishly. Wow. Okay. Are you ever going to see it if you're just overdoing it and overworking it? Okay. You're going to realize too, this is the Father seeing it for what it is, right? Three of Wands. Sun. I said by then, in the future, by then, by the springtime. And this is something that you already know because of how psychically attuned you are with the Jupiter and Pisces. We have so much Jupiter, knowing that it's the little things. It's the little things. It could be that it's the little things that kill, or it's the little things that add up for better or for worse, right? Which is it going to be? Like the Scorpion reading, which side are you on? You could be on the for worse side. Now, can we flip to the good if you let it go? If you see it for what it is. Look, you want to take a hold of this wheel and you want to let the other wheel to God. Let go and let God, as my Taurus friend says. Look, I'm going to read these. Bottom of the deck, the World card. As the world turns itself, right? In the daytime, that's when the real fun is. In the daytime. It's the right time, okay? Holy wow, this is the outcome. I flipped the head. The outcome is allowing this new direction to come in no matter how it's going to turn out. But I think you do. You have a good plan. You're a good planner. Have other folks told you that? You're a good planner. You're a good day planner. You're like a good day planner, Aquarius. Aquarius is like the longer. Doing it somewhere else is the way I see Aquarius. Leaving one for the other. And you've done this so many times that like now it's built up, it's bigger. You have the strength to do this, to take this on. But right now, around you is the choices coming in. It's like you're like, I asked for this, right? 9 of Cups. You're like, wait, I did manifest this. Or this is what you're manifesting in this full moon. This clarity on where to go. But God says, you know what? Like, it might not be that clear. But because you're such a good planner, we know you're going to plan it right. We know you're going to do it right. We know you're thinking, you're hoping, you're praying. Like, I hope this is the right decision. I think that if you know that it's the right decision and you know how to do it, you know how to go about these things, which you do, all it takes is you going to honoring more. Well, there's only one true thing I want out of this. Knowing I know how to handle the rest. This is like that practical versus the spiritual. And it's pick which side are you on? Are you more used to being in the spiritual, or are you more used to being in the practical? It's time to take on the other. Okay, both are involved. Page of Wands with the Ace of Wands. It's like you allowing this, you fear this, that it will bring an ultimate change. And that's the decision impediment. That's the impediment to the decision. There's all these things, fear, hopes, and wishes. Is it that you fear that this will be the biggest lifestyle change and biggest change in your life, and that it's a return to a life that you may not in the moment perceive as something you want, but that is actually the true blessing that you're being given. The true prize is you being given this way out, and it's not you. It could be the marker of your new creative era, where you've learned so much enough that now true creativity is what bursts out of those scenes, right? The Judgment card, Page of Wands. So you have that Plutonian, Scorpionic vibration. We have the moon in Libra, the first quarter moon in Libra that just happened, the big decision marker and maker. And maybe you are going to take this on. Maybe it's like, should I just do it and go with it? I know I've already planned it, but like now it's just time to like walk into it. And here's the seat of the throne of fire, the seat of the throne of your passions, your creativity. Leo, a return to you through, I'm so sorry, through all the exhibits. And now we hit the 6. It's 6 o'clock in about 30 seconds. We have Capricorn, the full moon in Capricorn coming up, going through all of this, right? Honoring that, wow, I actually do know that this is the beginning of the end. And once I get through this ending, I'm there at the beginning. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. Something about a lens apart, which was a lot about like the way you do things. And so I know I talked a lot, somewhat about aspects of like intimacy, and that may not be truly your nature, but it could be that you're suppressing creativity, the sacral, because after we define the root in a linear, very human fashion, we come to the Svadhisthana, the sacral chakra, okay, where true passions lie, where true originality and creativity. Orange, you glad? I know. I killed it. Oh. Either way, you're lucky, baby. You're lucky. There you go. It's like, let it out. Let it come out. Thank you so much. Gemini, what are you releasing? You don't have to tell me. We say hello from all the other sides. Hello from the other side. You've got this, okay? I honor you, your path. Thank you so much for requesting. Leave me a message, leave me a comment, say hello, say like, say thumbs up. Okay, the palm is facing you. This is for you, baby. You got this, okay? Ciao.